Hey guys, how's it going? We got Tower Day 4 coming at you today. We're doing floors 61 to 67, and this is a big oof Tower Day for me. And the reason we call it an oof day is because that's kind of a meme we use in my alliance when we're fighting a war opponent and they're talking all kinds of smack before, whether it's the day before or right before. They're like, we're gonna beat you, we're gonna go hard, and then 30 minutes into the war, we're at 1,000 points, they don't have any more globals, they're at 80 points, and they're trying to get through, and they just don't have enough members coming on, and they're like, no, this is an off war. And then we come back at them like, no, this is an oof war for you. Well, this is an oof Tower Day for me. Karma has a way of coming back around to get you. Let's jump into this. We'll start by looking at my plan, what I had planned to do here. This was my plan. I wanted to do 10 floors. The thing about it is, I'm now reaching these 858k teams, right? I'm looking at the team 2, or the floor 62 here, and that's not the right power level for them. They're definitely at least 1 million. There's some hidden power going on for sure. Lots of people are speculating. I think people have been pulling up their stats and then going to MSFGG and looking at it. And I guess we can't even emulate Gear Tier 17 on MSFGG, so we don't really know what their power levels should be. But they're insane. So I budgeted 10 floors. That was very ambitious. We'll see what happens here, but let's go ahead and jump right into it because this will be a long video. Make sure you check out the timestamps to save yourself some headache. There's unfortunately no animations. It is so long a video, and I'm only one guy. I do everything myself, so it's a little hard for me to go through all this and trying to keep up while doing it and making it come out the same day, as well as doing my war counter videos, War with the Dork. We haven't seen one of those in a while. Raid videos, oh my god, I have so much to do. But I love it. I love this game. And this tower mode has been awesome. So let's go ahead and we'll see what we do here. I chose Weapon X. I knew that my Lady Deathstrike would go first. I get Turn Me to Rewind those 3 people in the middle who all do ability blocks. So we're going to control them. Right away, we're going to control the Omega Red here. Putting ability block on him is your best choice because when he uses his special, not only does he ability block you, he gives you trauma and he gives himself speed up. So he's going to reach his ult, which is devastating. And that's kind of the win condition here. Which team here is going to reach that Omega ult first? So on paper, it looks like my Silver Samurai is going to go before Silver Surfer. I'm going to avoid that ability block altogether because I really don't want that ability block to hit my Omega Red. But he's going to go first here. That blue bar is a little bit misleading. So anyway, I go and I bounce off him. We do a bunch of bleeds to him. We almost kill him, not quite. And then he goes and he's going to put ability block on Wolverine. Not the end of the world. Wolverine's basic actually also gives him speed up. Or is that only in war? That might only be in war. Sorry guys. These war teams, I know them front to back for war because that's like my favorite mode. But sometimes I mess up. I think that might be a war only thing. We'll see here in a second. But I taunt with Silver Samurai. That's going to draw the Adam Warlock into attacking him, which leaves the rest of my team ready to do their thing. So there you go. We lost our offense down on everybody. I don't know who cleansed that, but it was cleansed. It must be Lady Deathstrike's ult. I'll have to read into that. Whoopsies. Should know better. So anyway, yeah, we tuned up that Omega Red. We get that death brief off him, so he will bleed out here. We got the ability block from Omega Red's ultimate on the Doc Ock, so no flip for him. And then we'll see here if my Silver Samurai can beat up this Adam Warlock. He's dead. He stays dead because that's what that ultimate does in Silver Samurai. And because Omega Red flipped a defense up on that Adam Warlock, I had just enough damage to get it done. So I think that's a good use. There was kind of that uh-oh moment where Silver Surfer could have ability blocked Omega Red, but we got through it. Here comes floor 62. Well, I guess if we had a cleanse from Lady Deathstrike, maybe she could have cleansed it from that too. Well, that's neither here nor there. So here comes floor 62. This is a really big punch up. My Black Order isn't quite as big as everyone else's, which is kind of silly considering I have 2 7 red stars, but they're not level 85. They're not blue ISO level 3. I'm actually going to be working on that now. And I did put a bunch of blue pieces into these characters to try and see if I can get through this. So my thought process was we want to kill the beast. We want to stun the yo-yo, and we don't want to let Jubilee's speed get out of control. Her passive speed. So I try and land a offense down on people. I only landed on the Jubilee. We didn't land it on the Bishop. Unsurprising, considering he had that defense up. Probably would have been better off using the basic there to not feed him speed. And this is where I got a little spooked. So the thing is, I don't want Jubilee to stun one of my 2 weaker people, my Corvus or my Proxima. So what I did instead is I put Taunt on Cull. I kind of wanted to wait, try and push the Beast to use his ultimate before using that flip, but my team just didn't seem strong enough, and I didn't feel confident in doing that. And that's probably why we're going to lose this. And yeah, we are going to lose this. So as you see, we're getting pretty low all over the board. Thanos is about to use his ultimate here, but he has that offense down, so it's not going to do much. At least it does a little turn meter rewind, which is nice. We get a little extra hit on Beast. We're not going to see if he bleeds out. That's not worth it. He's just going to heal up, especially with that healer ISO. So we Corvus ult there. Again, another misplay. Should have basicked, or at least Corvus ulted off of the Black Bolt to not give Bishop more speed. So we're doing a lot of misplays here as well. So maybe I'm just dumb and didn't play this right. But I still feel like my Black Order needed to be stronger for this to work. We have a stun. We're going to stun the Yo-Yo. We should have stunned the Bishop or the Jubilee here. So there goes a nice slow. But here comes the death blow. We're going to keep hitting over here. We feel like we're in a good spot because we got that Yo-Yo stunned. We're doing a little bit of damage on the Jubilee, but not quite enough. She's not going to bleed out or anything. So we hard swept Yo-Yo, and here we go. All the assists perfectly pull off the death proofs, and then it spreads blind to my people. Not that I think I could have won with these guys being unblinded, but yeah. So this was an L, a big L to take, and basically that game plan I showed you before, it shifts everything down, and we got to try and figure this out in a different way. But I did have some backup characters. I don't know if you saw on the right there. We had like Uncanny, we had Emma over there, we had Sinister, we had our Shadowlands. We had a couple options. Phoenix was there, and this is a Hail Mary play. This is a giant punch up into power numbers that don't make sense. This is not an 800k team. This is a million power team for sure. So we're like, okay, if we land enough stuns here, we'll be good. We didn't land a stun on Yo-Yo. That doesn't help. We did land a stun on Beast and on Bishop. That does help. So what I plan to do here is get the defense down on Beast. Again, I'm being stupid, and I'm hitting the Bishop with splash attacks, giving him speed. You don't want to do that. I want to kill the Beast. That's why I put the defense down with Cyclops. Phoenix dies, so they all get a bunch more. That's fine. But Beast got energy there, so he is going to use his ultimate. Otherwise, he would use his special. We would have been in a better spot here. So there you go. We're still hitting this Bishop. We have to at this point, so I guess it's not our fault. But here comes the ultimate, which gives offense up. We should have used the special here. Instead, we get greedy. We use the basic. I want to pull defense up off Beast and Jubilee. I did get it off Jubilee. However, Jubilee has offense up from the Beast, and it's going to do a lot of damage here. Then Yo-Yo comes in. Black Bolt burps those two down, and I needed those two. Specifically Storm. I needed Storm's ult to do a lot of damage here. And, yeah, as you see, not going to pan out. We lost Cyclops. We lost our Storm, and that's our power armor, version 2. So no good. So floor is 62, so I had to make more adjustments here. I don't want to play around anymore, so I'm going to use the team I was going to use to beat Black Order. Doc Ock is obviously here to hard counter the Yo-Yo. Then I have my Web Warriors, and I brought Shang-Chi as a flex pick over Scarlet. Shang-Chi's going to do more damage, speed meter rewind, some slows, some heals, but we don't land the ability block on the Bishop. And here comes some big damage from him. We could have summoned here, but I didn't want to give Jubilee a target to get a bunch of speed off of. In retrospect, I still would have summoned, I think. We're going to turn meter rewind the Jubilee now. There we go. And what I really wanted here is I wanted my symbiote, my Spider-Man to go before Shang-Chi, and he didn't. I needed those defense down on all these enemies before using this ultimate. Yeah. I'll have to check their speeds. I think they might be even on speed. So we use the basic because I do want to wait on that Shang-Chi ultimate. Probably should have just thrown it because it does do that 10% speed meter rewind. But there goes the ultimate from Beast. We lose our Spider-Gwen, and yeah. So this is the third loss on Node 62. So when I said this was my oof day, you know I meant it. So we lost a lot. Now, I kind of thought this might happen, looking at the power levels and kind of feeling how actually harder the enemies are hitting than what their power levels suggest. I thought we might run into some kind of walls like this. So with 3 losses under our belt on the first 2 floors, no more playing around. I take a team that I had slotted for, I think the very last slot is where I had my Eternal slotted. And no, they're coming down to my second slot. I have other teams that have some better gimmicks to use against the remaining teams above us. Eternals are going to outpower this. And I brought in Silver Surfer because of the yo-yo. We don't want to risk anything. Yeah, we just don't want to risk anything here. It's not worth it. So, an important thing to note here is Beast, my Icarus was the perfect power level that Beast didn't drop to yellow right away. If Beast or any of the Astonished X-Men dropped to yellow right away and he used his special, we would have been in trouble. So if you're going to use your Eternals here, I suggest bringing in Loki to make your Cersei go first. Cersei doesn't hit as hard as Icarus does, so you want to get both of their turn meter rewinds in on the Beast before Beast does his thing. So, yeah. Probably, yeah, I guess instead of Emma would be fine. The Astonished X-Men aren't that quick. Yeah, I mean, your Loki's probably going to feed speed meter. See, that's tough. It's tough. A lot of RNGs going into these wins, too. But we get through it, and yeah, it is because that Beast didn't get to use his ultimate on his first turn. He had to settle for his... No, well, he didn't actually get to use any ability, but it's because we didn't give him the speed on Icarus's first turn. So, yeah, I don't know what to say how to get around that in a sneaky way. Floor 63, I do know Jumpy. A buddy of mine, he used full Heroes for Hire on that and beat it. So here's floor 63. Again, a giant punch-up. This is similar to my Uncanny choice. This is a little gimmicky. I was hopeful it might work because I have some key characters here, but my characters are only 5 red star, and I know that's a silly thing to say. They're only 5 red star. But they're not level 85, I guess, is a bigger criticism. Anyway, my thought process here is I'm going to kill 2 Gregs right off the bat, and then that's it. That's going to give my X-23 enough speed where she's going to go in. She's going to hit this Hela, and I needed my long shot to kill here, and he didn't, and that's pretty much why we're going to lose. Obviously, we got to kill a couple Gregs here, but we don't want to kill too many. I'm checking if anything gives heal block here. Nothing does, unfortunately. So we're going to basic the Hela over in the corner. And the reason we're doing that is because we only want to hit that 1 Greg. Excuse me. And here X-23 comes in. That's good. This is actually okay too, but if my X-23 was just a little bit bigger or had Iso Blue level 3 and we killed that Mordo, then we also might have won here, actually. But it wasn't meant to be. We're just eating a bunch of these giant attacks from these Mordos. You wouldn't think they hit as hard as they do because it's a freaking Mordo, but they do. And I almost lost and got dropped down. So no more playing around. We dropped out of that one quick and in a hurry. And we're going to throw our Doom Skeleton. That's now 4 losses in the first 3 levels. What the hell am I doing wrong here? I'm getting absolutely floored. And I was in the top 10 for a while there yesterday. And this had me fuming. And with that said, guys, don't measure yourself up against the leaderboards or against anybody in particular for this mode. Measure yourself up just like the best you can do and have fun with it. Because the rewards, the different brackets, this is just a fun mode. The reward brackets don't make any sense, and they're not game-breaking, which is kind of good. Hopefully they'll run this more often. But as you saw, we brought Star-Lord. I know Mordo, Hela, and Thor are pretty slow characters. I knew my... Falcon was going to go before them. More importantly, I knew my Star-Lord was going to go before them. Threw Star-Lord in the corner beside Doom. Gives Doom energy. Doom ults turn 1. Make sure you're not hitting Gregs along the way here. Like, make sure you use Punisher Basic to open up. And open up on the Thor if you're going to use this team. Because you don't want to hit it so much that while you're hitting the Hela using your Doom ult, that Thor goes off and kills all your Doom bots. Because then you're going to be in trouble. So make sure you're using single target attacks, not on Hela or on Gregs, until you're ready to use your Doom ult. Sorry, I got a cough. Ugh, still getting over that. Floor 64. We've lost so much power now. We're so tilted that we're checking if we're still recording over and over and over again. But no, I'm not risking anything on this Black Order. I kind of had my Doc Ock Web Warrior team slotted for them, but they got slaughtered. So no more Mr. Nice Guy. I no longer think I'm going to hit floor 70. Actually, I know I'm not because of the teams I've lost along the way. So we're going to use Infinity Watch on Black Order. I think this is a pretty good decision to slow climb the tower, which I think a lot of people should settle for. Settle for slow climbing, 4 or 5 levels a day. I don't think you want to drop down. The points scale exponentially. Again, I mean, don't worry about the leaderboard. Just have fun with it. Do your thing. But yeah, Infinity Watch obviously wipes the floor with Black Order on Giant Punch-Up, so I wasn't worried about this matchup at all. If you want a quick breakdown, basically we're going to get an ability block and some strips on the Cull plus Disrupt, so he's not going to get stuck behind the taunt. That actually also gives ability block and strip and Disrupt on Thanos, thanks to how Adam Warlock's kit works. And then we'll get on that Ebony Mob before he even gets to use his ultimate. And yeah, there you go. Infinity Watch is a really fun team to play. They're like the master key answer to a lot of things in the game still. Very boring team to explain what you're doing. Because basically it's like, oh, it's not Heroes for Hire? Well, go in there and hit auto, and you'll be fine for most content. So, sorry if you're like, oh, he is Infinity Watch. Of course he won. Well, you gotta use them eventually in Tower Mode. I wanted to use them against... there's a team up top. The one after the Big Weapon X. You'll see it tonight. Alright, so there's floor 65, so we're on a little bit of a win streak now. That's 2 in a row. Yay! We won 10 yesterday in a row. Can we get anywhere near that? Again, I'm still a little tilted, so we're checking the recordings. I have my Astonishing X-Men, but I subbed out Kitty for Zemo, and we're taking on the Dad Bros with Silver Surfer. Now, the reason I took Zemo over Kitty is because I want quick hits on the Multiple Man. I was hoping that passive is going to summon some dupes, but I guess not. So I have to use the ability block on Multiple Man. I mean, I could special him, but I want to get some slows out there as well. So for sure, we're going to get a slow on Shatterstar. That's good. And we also get a slow on Silver Surfer, which is amazing. So now we're going to use all AoE attacks. If you have a character that can't use an AoE attack, hit the dupe or hit Multiple Men. Make sure that you're continuing to feed that speed meter. Since we only have 4 members, there's going to be a window where Silver Surfer will actually get a turn. Now for me, that's no longer going to matter, because I just got a blind on him with a Jubilee assist. But kill as many dupes as you can, hitting multiple enemies along the way. If you have an appropriately sized team, you're going to kill some of these Dad Bros along the way while killing the dupes, as you saw there. So now Longshot's pretty much dead. We killed Shatterstar along with a dupe, or something like that, and now we're just going. So now there's another death. We'll try and stun Surfer here just because it doesn't work, which is fine. But I got the Dad Bros dead, so I'm in a position now where I can kind of do what I want. I could have kept killing dupes and just kind of keep going until I get another stun chance on the Silver Surfer, but he has blind, so it doesn't matter what he does here. We also could have went and killed Polaris. That would have been fine too. So there's that. This is going to go ahead and finish off the Surfer. And it'll finish off the Dad Bros. So I did like this variation on the Astonishing X-Men. Zemo making sure that we get some dupes out there to feed energy or feed speed off of, I think was a good call. I was pretty worried about this team too, but I knew that there was going to be some kind of speed characters I could use. Symbiotes always run into trouble with Surfer, so I don't think Symbiotes with Zemo would have been a good one here. There's floor 66. Which one's this? This is the Double Phoenix. They're spread across the map from each other, so it's not like you can just Kestrel kill both at the same time. So you have to choose. Now, because you're watching this ahead of time, you know that the Phoenix on the far left is going to use her special first, and then it's the Phoenix on the right. So what you want to do is you want to kill the Phoenix on the far right and set up the Phoenix on the far left for death. So as you see, I put damage in on her first with my Kestrel. Then the other Phoenix puts everyone into stealth. She's the one who gets that defense down, so she's the one who's going to die to the Kestrel ping with the Captain Sam. Now, because everyone's in stealth, this was a misplay. I should have did the Maria special onto the Phoenix, and then with my Sharon, I could have killed the Phoenix. The passive from Kestrel would have soaked both Phoenixes up instead of just the one, but because I played it the way I did, Kestrel's going to lose her charge, and we're going to have to deal with a Dark Phoenix. Now, we're still going to be okay, which is why I think Secret Avengers is the no-brainer choice for this. And Black Order might have been okay too because there's a bunch of controllers, but Secret Avengers is definitely better. So there's the Dark Phoenix. She's going to give us all defense down. I did want to kill her right away because I knew Captain Sam was about to taunt. I know that Maria's about to get rid of all those nasty debuffs with this cleanse. And now we're all at full health. We already took care of one Phoenix. We're about to kill the other Dark Phoenix. And this will also kill Cyclops. So this is an easy dub. We get a Fury assist for Maria Hill, and then there goes Beast. So Secret Avengers, pretty big punch-up. Kestrel gimmicky against the Phoenix there. And that's the thing I also noticed from Tower Mode, is you want to use the gimmicks, and it's pretty interesting what they do. They let you use gimmicks on the lower tower levels, and then they add in elements that kind of stop the gimmicky stuff later. So that team so this team right here, right, Double Phoenix, that kind of maybe trips you up on your Kestrel if your team's pretty small. And then we had the Dad Bros with Surfer. Well, Surfer kind of trips you up if you just want to use Astonishing X-Men. And so that can happen like this. And right here, this note. So this was the same team that you see here, the Secret Avengers, but with Captain Sam and Kestrel. We had that exact same team lower, but Sharon instead of Captain America. Let's see how he plays into this. So there goes my Venom off the bat. I guess it's a coin toss between Carnage and Kestrel, because last time my Carnage went first. So in hindsight, I would replace Venom from this team, and I'd put in Cable. And that's going to make your Carnage go first. You can get your speed going. You can rewind here. You can rewind more with Cable against the Captain Sam. And I think you'd be far better off. So yeah, Symbiotes with Cable is what I would recommend here. So Venom's gone. So it's pretty unfortunate, because Venom actually brings a lot to the table. The ability block, the spread, the buff clear. He's also a skirmisher, so he would help me get through these taunts much easier. Yeah, so we're in a pretty rough spot, and he died to the ultimate, so he cannot be brought back. And then you see that Maria special does so much freaking damage. My god. I wish my Maria had a bazillion attack damage, apparently. But we're still trying to keep with our gimmick. We're going to attack the minions here, because I don't want to peel the debuffs off of Fury. I just want to get some minion damage in to feed off Carnage passive. And then we actually land the stun on Captain Sam, which is incredible. And now we need to kill Kestrel. If Kestrel gets to use her special, we are just dead. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Make sure we kill this minion at the same time. We'll extend all this stuff off the Fury and kill that minion. And then we're not using the special. We can't bring Venom back because it's not going to happen. So we're going to go ahead and basic here. But an important thing to note is that when a symbiote does die to a permanent death ability like Black Bolt or Kestrel Ultimate or Silver Samurai Ultimate, when you use your special from Anti-Venom, you'll still get the energy. The game acknowledges that you can't res that person, so you still get the energy for having done it, say, if all 5 symbiotes were alive. So we actually do pretty good here. We get through that Kestrel. We get through the Fury. Actually, you know what? Fury might have been better to leave alive, to keep getting his summons. His summons do way less damage here. That might be a strat, to keep Fury alive. I don't know. Could be risky with his assist mechanics and his defense up and stuff. But yeah, so we're beating up on the Captain America. So many blocks between these two Captain Americas, and that Maria does so much damage. So we make use of the speed mechanic we get from the Carnage again, and I think we just whiffed Anti-Venom Ultimate, or Special. We did whiff it. I was getting antsy with it. I wanted to try and get offense up with Scream, and we used it the turn before Scream died. Fortunately, we got to kill a bunch of minions, so we do get a bunch of that turn meter back. But we used it right before she died. So it takes us a while to get her back up. And unfortunately, when we do get her back up, it's right in time for Maria to just yeet her off the map again. That was a bad special from Carnage. What I should be doing here is doing everything in my power just to keep messing with that Captain America. His stats aren't as bad as the Captain Sam. Unfortunately, we will strip his... See, there goes Scream. She was forced to hit into the Captain Sam. Yeah, I should have been going for the Captain America here every time he had taunt. Unfortunately, because his stats, his resist stat isn't nearly as high as the Silver Captain Sam, it's really easy to pull that taunt off. As you'll see right here, Skirmisher is going to pull that off, I believe. Yeah. So we still had a small avenue to win here. We needed to kill these minions, but those minions, they didn't like Carnage, so they shot him dead, and this was a loss. So we didn't even beat 67. But tomorrow's another day, and then I'm going through my roster. Wait, I didn't use my new warriors. I had zero faith that this team was going to work. I just had to try it, and then I have to show you guys everything I do here, because even when I play poorly, I want to be honest with you guys and keep you guys in the loop. So Kestrel obliterates Loki. We're going to ultimate here. That does get these minions to lose their death proofs. And then I need to decide, well, if I basic, I'm going to kill all the minions, which is going to activate my death pool's passive. Will Fury be the lower life, or will Kestrel be the lower life? Because if Kestrel's the lower life, I want to do that. I want to take this Kestrel off the map right away. Alternatively, I could use the ultimate on Kestrel and then hit the minions with somebody else. I go for the basic. It pays off. Kestrel's dead. Whoa, whoa, hold the phone. We might get this dub. So we go for it. A good blind to Captain Sam there. However, the speed still ticks in. And here come these freaking minions with their incredible damage. We're going to use the special over here. No, good. That's the right call to get rid of the Captain Fury for sure on this one. I don't want him to give defense up. I don't want to get him to give speed that he was about to do on his special. All right, he may not have given speed, actually. He probably dropped that by then. But he can potentially get it on his turn. And then look at Cloak. Cloak pulls the taunt off Captain Sam. That is pure RNG luck. I am having a lucky, lucky fight here. And I'm loving it. So we're stuck on this Captain America. We're just going to beat him up as much as we can. Here comes a good ultimate with offense up from Dagger. That's actually going to kill the minions. And we get a special hit with offense up from Deathpool onto Captain America, which is sick. But we have a lot to go through here. A lot to go through still. I'm deciding... Well, I'm trying to figure out if she pulls the death proof before she does the attack. She doesn't, so it's not going to kill the minions outright. So I need to decide what I'm going to do here. I think I go right here. Yeah, perfect. So we don't kill any of the minions. But that Captain America died to the bleeds, which I thought was incredible because he had defense up when Deathpool put it on and when Dagger put it on. I'm not complaining. It's a really cool win, and that just goes to show why I probably should have been focusing him in the symbiote matchup. Not only is his resist stat not as high as Captain Sam, but his health is like half. So he's definitely the target you want to get through first. But fortunately, Maria was on an island. We got to take her out. She didn't have any deflex, so she wasn't getting any healing. We took her out, and she didn't have any minions around her to rewind us. So we ended up taking her out, and we got a good win here. I did not expect this win. This is as far as we're going to get on day 4, so we only got 7 levels from 61 to 67. Tune in today on Twitch, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to have War, Dark Dimension 5, Note 2, and then we're going to do Tower. I think I have mapped out 5 or 6 levels, potentially, how good it goes. If this video is any indication, maybe I'm an optimist, but it is what it is. So guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it fun. Oh yeah, let's look at this real quick. I ended up ranked 28 for a while. I think I'm down in the 40s now, but still top 100, which I think is pretty incredible. If you look at everybody around me, they're all 19 mil, 20 mil, 22 mil, which is crazy. I'm only at 17, so I guess I'm doing better than I thought. I was fuming at the end of this run, and then when I saw like, oh man, other people are struggling too. These nodes are no joke. And that goes back to what I was saying before. Don't measure yourself against other people like a meathead like I do. Just have fun with this mode. Do your best. Challenge yourself based on the floor, not based on the floor other people are doing. I think you'll have more fun with this mode that way. But yeah, come check me out on Twitch, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do all that stuff and more. We'll have some fun with it. I'll map out what I'm going to do live in front of you guys, and then we'll do it with more live reaction. And then I'll actually probably put some animations on that video. If you did like this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and yeah, bye for now.